Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Rachel, I thought I would share today just some fun Regis Prograis facts.
Okay.
The first fun fact I'd like to share, of course, Prograis fights Kiryl Relikh for the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship this Saturday. It's in Lafayette, Louisiana. It's the semifinal of the World Boxing Super Series. Presumably, the winner will face probably Josh Taylor, who has his own semifinal fight. And that's a huge, awesome fight of who most people consider are probably the top 240 pounders in the sport. So I wanted to share some fun facts, some Prograis fun. The first fun fact is that it's not Regis Prograis, it's Regis Prograis.
Right.
The S is silent. Now, Rachel, I'll ask you, how can an S be silent? You tell me another word that has an S that's silent off the top of your head without looking it up or without any prep time. Impossible.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but
I'm
sure that there is.
Well, whatever. The point is that, I interviewed his manager, his trainer, the fighter himself, and nobody ever corrected me, say Regis Prograis, until I happened to be interviewing his trainer again on like a week later, off camera, by the way, and then I'm corrected. I'm like, what the? So it's pretty funny. He's really used to it apparently, because I have a name like that too. People call me Chelsea all the time. My name's Kelsey, or they call me Casey or whatever. So he's used to that as well. Another fun fact: did you know that Regis Prograis taught himself how to speak Portuguese?
No.
Yeah, his wife is apparently Portuguese.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a type of person, a Portuguese person, or is that just a language? I don't know, but she's from somewhere where they speak Portuguese, and he taught himself how to speak the language.
I'm pretty sure if you're Portuguese, you're from Portugal, right?
I know they speak Portuguese in Brazil as well.
No, but you were asking if Portuguese people exist.
No idea.
And I think
right, okay.
There's a place called Portugal, so I'm thinking that's the place where Portuguese people exist.
Right.
But maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not on trial here for knowing stuff about the world. I'm just on trial for knowing stuff about Regis Prograis, mostly how to say it.
If you learned anything from Real Talk with Kelsey and Rachel, it's that we don't know things about the world.
We don't. I do know about the world that it is probably round. I'm not a flat earther. Are you a flat earther?
No.
I actually want to start a different movement that's kind of a hybrid between the two, where we can be the middle ground. Be like a centrist earther. Whatever the middle between flat and round is, I want to be there.
An oval earther?
Yeah. Anyway, another fun.
A half sphere earther?
Just something. Well, I'm not quite sure. I don't want to get into flat earth.
Well, because like a half
sphere, I don't know anything about it.
You get flat and you get the round. You know, like you get both.
I think. Yeah, I have no idea. But I do know that. So another fun fact about Regis Prograis. Man, lately I've been moving around in this chair up here, and it's like, my bad. Lately, Prograis. He hosted 50 area youth in Lafayette, Louisiana, 4 days before the biggest fight of his life, his first chance at world title, and he's given boxing lessons and like encouragement to a bunch of kids in like the poorest boxing gym I've ever seen in my life. I was like, are there even 4 walls there? I don't know.
Yeah. No, I saw, I guess, a video of him like with a bunch of like neighborhood kids running around at him. And yeah, it looked like, it could be a video clip from some third world country.
Yeah, but just kind of illustrates, look, fighters do this kind of thing all the time. We see turkey giveaways, et cetera, et cetera. Right. But rarely do we see a fighter in Prograis' position in that he's not quite established yet as a superstar in boxing. I think he's on his way. But like days before the biggest fight of his life, he's out there giving back to the community. That's something that he's been consistently doing. You can just see like an authenticity about the guy, which is really refreshing in the sport of boxing, and I hope that he keeps it up. You never know what will happen once a fighter wins a world championship, starts being on. He's been on TV a while now, though. But when he starts main eventing,
it seems like he's pretty like well grounded.
Yeah, he does.
Whereas we've met like other people who came up and I don't know, maybe they came from a poor background or, broken families and stuff like this, but they weren't very well grounded in like what's really important in life and putting like first things first and things like that.
Yeah.
So then when like celebrity and money came, well then it kind of seems like they've decided the first things in life are celebrity and money because they're very, it's very apparent, you know, with how they maybe choose to dress or how they choose to act that like they're putting like all those things right out front.
Yeah.
You know?
Here's another thing I noticed about him is that so when fighters are coming up, they're often quite good with the media, but as they get bigger and bigger, they recede from the media. And I understand it because it's hard to talk to the media and get a fair shake. Whether you're in sports or anything, if you say something, it can always be kind of twisted in a way. I'll never forget.
Taken out of context.
The first time I went to a fight was promoted by Bob Arum. And I remember being at the press conference and Bob Arum saying things and listening to him talk to the people in the room and then going home and reading the stories that they wrote based on what he said. And I was like, that's not what he said.
Right.
They're using his words, but they're not saying what he was saying. And that was a huge eye-opener for me. But Prograis, he really, like, if you're there for, like, your 6 YouTube followers or the New York Times, he gives people, like, the same kind of, he's not a respecter of persons, if you will. He doesn't, go out his way to talk to Dan Raphael, and if, somebody else comes here from Blogspot or whatever, he doesn't talk to them any differently or dismiss them. And I think that's also super refreshing,
Yeah. It's I don't know what the word is. It's admirable. Yeah. That's what it is. It's admirable.
Yeah, the more I just be around the people that know him and see him, and of course, the funnest fact is this guy can fight, and this guy can fight in a way that is exceptionally awesome. He's an aggressive, stalking southpaw who's also defensively sound. I'm not sure I've ever quite seen a fighter do the thing that he attempts to do. Mm-hmm. And he wants to fight the best. I mean, he entered the World Boxing Super Series to fight the best. He's getting that opportunity. The plan, according to his trainer, Bobby Benton, at Mainstream Boxing and Muay Thai Gym in Houston, is they want to win the World Boxing Super Series. They expect to win the World Boxing Super Series. If they do that, they would have 2 of the alphabet belts and probably the Ring Magazine belt. And then they're supposed to meet up with Jose Ramirez, who has another one of the alphabet belts. That would give him 3 out of the 4. Okay. And then they want to unify. And that would be Maurice Hooker, another Texas-based fighter who fights out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, WBO champ and somewhat of a road warrior, right? He goes anywhere in somebody's backyard, beats them up, takes their money. But that's awesome. That's an exciting time to be a 140-pound fighter. Yeah. And then here's maybe I'm wrong. This might be the funnest fact of all. He's been calling out Terrence Crawford for years now. And I'm like, who calls out Terrence Crawford, legitimately calls out Terrence Crawford and wants to get in the ring with him? Especially if you're, I don't know, like you don't have to fight Terrence Crawford. I get Earl Spence wanting to fight Terrence Crawford, right? Because Earl Spence is a elite pound-for-pound, upper-level guy who, the needle just doesn't move very high for people that he could fight other than Terrence Crawford. But if you're Regis Prograis, you got plenty of other things to work on.
Yeah, you got like this whole division to clear out and whatnot. So it's hard to tell, where his natural kind of weight stands. So I don't know if maybe behind closed doors they're like, you're moving up pretty quick here. We can't stay at welter very long. Or if he can just junior take welter, his time junior welter. If he can just take his time at the current weight class.
We know it happened to be the day. Maybe like what was it? It'll be about a week or so before he fights. And yeah, he was above. I'm not gonna tell you what he was weighing at or whatever. I just haven't even seen there. But he was above junior welterweight for sure. Okay. That's common for fighters. But when I heard kind of how far above he wasn't like out. It wasn't anything where anybody would be worried about or whatever. But I was like, yeah, that's kind of amazing that people that are professional athletes or professional fighters in any combat sports.
So you can move up to welter pretty.
Yeah, because he's walking around like above welter, right? He's walking around probably in the 150s somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, but some people walk around like above their weight class, but like they can't fight above their weight class because they're not going to be successful at all.
Well, it'll be interesting, like see him, of course. Like, can he carry his power up to 147 pounds? And of course, he's got so much ahead of him before that. This 140-pound tournament is a big deal. Yeah. Just getting to the finals is a huge accomplishment. Beating Kiryl Relikh for a world championship, that's a huge deal. And so that happened Saturday. in the semifinal of the World Boxing Super Series. On a side note, today it was announced that Nonito Donaire, how do you say his name? See, Filipinos say Donaire or something like that. I can't quite pull it off. But Nonito is basically getting another walkthrough, it looks like. His opponent pulled out of that semifinal bout. So remember his first opponent, he was a huge underdog, and that guy hurt his arm in the fight. Okay, this guy was also a pretty big favorite, pulled out, so he's going to, I guess, probably, they haven't announced it, they're probably going to fight a fill-in guy, an alternate. But then, like, so he's just basically getting walkovers until he has to fight Naoya Inoue, the little monster guy. Is he? That's crazy.
Which is kind of, I mean, it's good for Nonito. Like, I mean, the more fights you get, like, is good. But, like, if you wanted, like, legitimate tests before you get to your strongest opponent, then it's bad in that way.
Especially because the little monster over there he's scary, right? I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad for Nonito, but hey, maybe for all we know, he's some kind of Sith Lord and he's using his mind to just damage. Maybe he's like reached some kind of level of, Matrix, whatnot. He's like Neo. He can just damage people with his mind. I don't know. I'm excited about it. You know what else I'm excited about? I think you do. I think you do.
When people like, comment, and subscribe?
Yeah, it means so much to us when you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps support the channel. It helps us grow. And we love just coming here and talking to you, our best boxing friends, about our favorite sport, and that's boxing. So thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And here, give me a high five. Come on. Come closer.